they're gonna end up with men anyway.
So that means you have more people to choose from, right?
You have a girlfriend now, so you turned into a lesbian?
But if you can choose, why aren't you with men? Wouldn't it be easier?
Hello guys and welcome back. My name is Koki and this is Sarah. Today we want to What? Today we want to talk about...
But now your girlfriend must be jealous of everyone you meet.
Halfway in the
They're
closet.
gonna end up cheating on each other with men.
Bye
anyway.
now, gay later.
If they were with men, they wouldn't be part of our community.
Yeah, and this is the reason why we want to talk about bisexuality.
We recently watched Allie's video about bisexuality and got inspired to make our own. Bi-erasure is really existent. After watching her video, I was like, people should talk about it, because somebody wrote under the video that bisexuality doesn't exist. Well, I don't know about you, but we exist. We're sitting here.
We're here. And queer.
First of all, it's only a label, and you shouldn't judge about somebody's label just because they identify as bisexual. That shouldn't be a problem for you. So I think we should open the conversation and maybe be more visible, because when people see us, they immediately think that we are lesbians. And it's like, no, there are so many sexual orientations. It's not only gay or lesbian or straight, there's more. So have an open mind about it.
Sometimes you get used to this misconception, so that you try to explain it and then they're like, okay, she's with a girl, so she's basically a lesbian.
Yeah, whatever.
And then you're like, okay, but they don't harm you, they're not mean to you, they accept you anyway, so that should be fine, it should be enough, right? But since we watched this video and since we've been reading so many more things about bisexuality in itself and bi-erasure, it really resonated with us as well, and how sad this is sometimes, that you don't really feel accepted. Although you felt like maybe you should take what you get, you know, but then, for example, when we saw how open Ellie was with
And
her
she-
redefining herself.
And that's even a bigger thing because of the community, and sometimes people get really offended.
When you hear people talking about their understanding or their resonating with their own self and with their own truth and how it can change over time as well, why wouldn't you just be happy for them? You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm not even sure if I could be pansexual, because the only thing I know is that bisexuality in its own terms resonates really deeply with me, because I have been deeply in love with women, or with this beautiful woman.
Excuse me?
But I've also been deeply in love with men. But could I also have been in love with somebody who's more gender fluid? I don't know. For now, I just know this feels right for me. And I always felt like labels, if you want them, if you need them, they only should be for yourself. So that you feel more connected to your true self and what makes you feel like free and open. And this is bisexuality for the both of us right now.
She also talked about her feeling kind of pressured, not from anybody specific, but from society, to label yourself as straight or gay or lesbian. I felt that as well. I always knew that there is no way that I'm fully gay and that I would never fall in love with a man or don't find them attractive in any way. But then I started questioning myself in parts where I would never question myself when it only comes to me. But sometimes it's hard when society is around you telling you things and that's how it is for them, and you're like, okay, what if I'm just straight and I'm lying to myself, which is not true? Because I know that I'm bisexual since I'm 15 and I never questioned it until later in my life. When you're bisexual, some people just wait for you to come out of the closet for real, to say, yeah, I'm fully gay. But that doesn't happen for everyone, and it's okay too.
Think about the other way around. Even if someone was with a woman, or like two women were together and then break up and then one of them gets to be with a man, she still is bisexual. One of our closest friends is bisexual and she is with a man right now. That's totally fine because she found a person she connects with, someone who treats her well, and she loves that person. But so what? She also was with women and she fell deeply for women, so that doesn't change. And sometimes it's so sad that for her, for example, like right now, some would say, oh, okay, so now your phase is over and now you're straight again. And it's just...
It's so annoying because
it's just
for
the
them
case.
it's like point proven, you
Yeah.
know, it's just a phase.
Yeah,
It's not.
It's like both ways around are really, really sad in a way. Also in our own community, some people would be like, okay, but she's with the man right now and she wants to be still in the community. You can't have it all, but it's like, it's what it is.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel like people don't know that they are really harming people with their words. Because I've been told a couple of times after I told them that I'm bisexual, that for example if they talked about some man, you know, and they're like, ooh, they are fit, and I'm like, I don't know, not my cup of tea. And they told me, yeah, you wouldn't know. Even if I was a lesbian, I can say that I don't like this kind of man or that I don't find him attractive, first of all, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm not, and I told you, what the hell? Yeah, but you have a girlfriend now, so...
This world can be so hard and so cruel anyway, in a lot of ways. And there are so many possibilities to just be kind and supportive with each other, especially in our community. Why cannot we serve as a good example and show each other the support everyone needs and like the love and the protection we need that a lot of us don't necessarily have from their background, from their families. So if we also try and pick out who's really worthy, then I don't think this will take us anywhere than being, again, still full of hate and full of anger. This is also one of the messages we want to give, that first of all, we exist. It's normal, it's there, and it's okay. It's totally normal to feel this way. It's sometimes confusing enough for yourself to find out.
Right. What I struggled with a lot was that it's not 50-50. And because I always read that it's 50-50, I felt like then you have to like men and women exactly the same way. Which is not the case for me. It might be different for you. That's fine as well.
Yeah.
But for me it's not that way. So I really struggled with it because I felt like, well, if I don't like them 50-50, then I can't be bisexual, right?
What's like making it really difficult is when you want to put like scientifics or like logistics into labels and into sexual orientation, because as we said before, and as I think a lot of other people can confirm, sexuality and orientation is really fluid. So therefore, how could you make these logic rules for every sexuality? Because even in every sexual orientation itself, there is its own kind of spectrum.
Yeah.
Because not every gay is the same gay, not every lesbian is the same lesbian. That's where it starts. And then it goes even further. And this is so beautiful and this is so nice, and we should embrace this more, you know?
And I mean, if you have any questions, ask them. Don't judge. Maybe you can turn to somebody and ask them. You can ask us.
Yeah, sometimes it can really be nice and people just are really curious because they're really uncertain with themselves, and it's so nice to get these kind of conversations with other people.
That's what we want. That's what we
yeah.
are, why we are doing what we are doing right now. We
Yeah.
want to start a conversation and maybe help some people like other YouTubers helped us, for example.
One of the stereotypes that I find the most confusing is that people assume you just have more choice, or you want to have more choice,
So
or you're too
stupid.
indecisive, and that's why you cannot say I'm
you
straight
are
or
really indecisive.
I am, but not with this. I'm really certain with my sexual orientation, so that's good. So don't take this away from me. Yes, I am really indecisive, but I know my shit here, so please don't assume this. I'm really grateful because like with a lot of my close friends, either they're in the community themselves or they're really open-minded and I can really explain it to them and it's fine. But even there were a couple of people where I found it quite hard to discuss my sexual orientation with them, because they would just be like, that sounds really great because you have even more of the opportunities, and I'm like,
because we love everybody, you know? Every man and every woman we meet, we love them, we adore them, we want the shit out of everyone.
yeah, so hide the kids, hide your wife, hide your husband.
I literally hate everyone. So I found one person I'm gonna stick to her.
yes. No, but this is like, really think about this. Overall, it's always the same. People in any kind of way want us to decide where we are, but we already decided. So it shouldn't be up to us to still feel confused or still feel not right, you know?
What we want to say in general is like, bisexuality is valid. I'm not offended when people think that I'm a lesbian. I'm offended when I correct them and they just don't care.
And guys, don't get us wrong, you know?
Oh, yes.
We're really lucky in the way we can live, in the way how free we are. We already had this topic like briefly in our girlfriend tag, in our first girlfriend tag, that here like we don't have to face as many problems as other people from our community have to face like every day, and I cannot
because
imagine.
we pass as friends also. It annoys me.
And then we can pass as straight as well. So of
yeah,
course
so that's easy.
that's easy. It doesn't mean
It's
that
still annoying for us sometimes
Yeah.
when I kiss my girlfriend and people are like,
So she's your best
is
friend,
that
right?
your best friend? I don't know about you, but I don't kiss my best friend like that.
Yeah, the reason why we still wanted to go deeper into this conversation, into this topic, was like we said, we got inspired by Allie, for example, but also by other people that come forward with their openness and with their thoughts on bisexuality. And although we don't even have to face major problems, it still resonated with us. So I can only imagine how a video like this and how other videos, how other conversations like this about bisexuality and about how normal it is and how valid it is could help others who struggle with themselves, who struggle in their own space they're in right now. So that's why we chose to make this video today. We also want to start this conversation.
Because I know for a fact that some people don't know, because you never really talk about it, because you don't want to complain about little things. But at the end of the day, they are adding up. And then it's not so little anymore.
Even if just a little thing can feel wrong or negative or makes you feel like uncomfortable and sad, you should be able to talk about it, and you should use any possibilities you have. And we are lucky enough that we can be so open and that we feel so free to talk about this on this platform. So we want to use that, even if it's just a little platform, even if it's just one person that watches this and feels anything good out of this, then this is perfect.
Because Allie really reached me, so I hope that we reach somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's like a chain reaction in a way.
Yeah. I remember that somebody was talking about lesbian representation in movies and how sometimes the movies can be quite flat or don't have like the nicest plot line to it, but everyone is like, but at least we have two women having a love affair, you know, and
we have to be so grateful for it, right?
yeah, and this is kind of like the same mentality that we had a lot of times when it came to our own sexual orientation, that when you try to explain it and people don't really get it, you're like, but at least
they are nice.
Yeah, at least they understand that I'm not straight, so maybe maybe I should just take it. And I don't think we should.
No.
So, yeah.
I hope we inspired some of you to be more open about your sexuality or to explain more maybe. That's what I'm trying in the future.
Or to be more open with others as well. That could work.
Yeah.
You know?
Listen to them.
Yeah.
Really listen and accept.
Accept, or if you struggle with some thoughts, then like Sarah said, ask them.
In a nice way.
In a nice way. I wouldn't be mad. I would be
as
really
long
happy.
as you don't cross or
Yeah.
overstep some lines. Okay, that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We hope you like this video. We hope this video can start maybe some more open conversations with you and us, or with each other, you know, in any kind of way, and that it can maybe resonate with one or two of you. And yeah, to just spread more understanding and kindness towards each other. I think this is a really important topic for us, so everyone who took their time and watched this video, maybe even until here entirely, thank you very much. It means a lot to us. We hope you enjoyed it as well. Please tell us in the comments, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we love you.
Oh, why do you always have to say that we love you?
Because I like to annoy you. That's why. Bye guys!
Bye. Not my cup of tea. And they told me it's not my cup of tea. Do you see this?
How perfect!
I'm
Sorry.
literally wearing the bi flag.